Dear lady, dear brother, as you prepare for getting married, as you prepare yourself to get married, check these things about you. If you notice that every relationship you enter into always ends up in the same thing, especially if you don't have the my village people factor, you're not under a course, you don't have, you know, people, it's not a spiritual issue, then you want to check what is that thing about me that people have identified, you know it that there's something that is hindering you, it, or sometimes somebody have talked to you about it. They have told you this issue, the first relationship you enter, the second one, the third time, the fourth one, the fifth one, everybody keeps mentioning one thing, or some still, pointing towards that same thing, that same thing, that same thing. You need to think about it over and start working on that issue. Now, there is no perfect person. You grew up from a home, you had your upbringing, and it's what you see around you and the environment you were brought up in. That's how you are going to, shape your personality. However, there are some acquired traits that you can acquire a long time, especially if this trait is putting, is at risk, is not fruitful to you, is detrimental to you. you know how can you work on that as a person to prepare yourself for your spouse? Nobody wants to go to the market and go and buy bad stuff. You don't go to the market and see something that is bad and say, oh, is this bad one I want? Nobody does that. Everybody wants the perfect person. But even you yourself that wants to go into marriage, you have your specs, you have your list, you have your preferences, you have your do's and don'ts, you have your yes and your no's. So what are you doing for the person that is coming into your life? What work are you doing right now to make sure that you are the best version of you for your spouse, that in future? What things are you working on? You may not even be from relationship. It could be family members who have told you, oh, you're too stubborn, oh, you are too talkative, oh, you are too rude. It could be you still, no, there's something rubbishing your glory. There's something that the devil has used to rubbish you. It could be pride. You are too proud. It could be, there's something. Work on that particular thing. Work on it. Everybody keeps running away from you because of this particular issue. It is time for you to settle down and work on it. Don't tell yourself, oh, if they don't like me like that, let them go. There are some things that you cannot change about yourself. For example, if you are disabled, you can't change that about yourself except if you go for surgeries. And there could be things that were not your fault, right? So there are things that people will like you the way you are, but you can't have a nasty character and people still want to be around you. You can't be the kind of person that pushes people away from you and then you want people to love you the way you are. Even you, will you love yourself the way you are? If you see a version of you in that same regard, will you love yourself the way you are? So you want to be lovable, you want to be a peaceful person. It could be greediness. You are never satisfied with what you have. Your eyes always, you have this one, but you are looking at the other person, or maybe this person's one is better than me. It's time for you to settle down and look at those issues critically so that you can, solve these issues. It could be anger. You're always angry for nothing. Are you the kind of person that uses people and you never give, you never love, but you are using people? That is your aim. Your aim in life is to use people. When you are not using them, you are angry with them. The only time you are happy with people is when you are using them. Are you so touchy that nobody can come around you? They see your face, you can't even, they can't see a smile at you. You're like this. People are scared to approach you. These are little things about yourself that You know people have spoken to you about it. Are you always the kind of person that blames people without considering? You jump into conclusions without considering the whole situation. Do you have trust issues? Are you always nagging and cursing and disrespectful? The list is endless. Like I said, nobody is perfect, but you want to work on these issues. These issues have hindered you. They have broken relationships. Sometimes people don't even tell you these things. They are scared to tell you. But some have told you you are too rude. Some, you don't even know what you did to them that is making them angry with you. All of a sudden, they are not talking to you for the next 1 week. You don't even know why. Nobody will want to be with you like that. You have to be able to be tolerant. No, somebody wants somebody who is tolerant, who is long-suffering, who is nice, who doesn't, jump into, because these are the things that cause problems in life and even in your marriage. So the fact that you want somebody to take you the way you are, also work on yourself. Don't be the worst version of you to your spouse. You owe your spouse or your potential spouse the best of you. In fact, if your spouse is not getting the best of you and you are giving that best to others, then you have not started at all. So let's look into these issues, my dear sisters, my dear brothers, and those ones that you have been working on. Try as much as possible to pray about them. There is nothing that cannot work without prayer. Once I had issues with stubbornness. I was a very stubborn person, like very strong-headed. However, before I got into marriage, I had to pray my way down. I prayed that God will give me the strength to be submissive. I had to pray submissiveness because I knew that I didn't want to listen to anybody. I was a very stubborn person. But when I understood the tenets of marriage and that my husband has been placed over me, I decided to start praying submission even before I got married. So by the time I got into marriage, it was easier. I didn't have to be knocking heads. And when that stubbornness issues wants to bring its head, I remember and it pipes down because God has really helped me. So there's something that that is in you that is hindering you. The guy has seen you. You are a nice cook. You can do all. There is a lot that you can do, but that issue is holding you down. You're a good guy. You can, you have money, but you have this stinginess problem. You cannot release. Let's look into these issues and pray about it. This could be the issues that are withholding you back. They look small, they look like they don't matter, but they truly matter. I really hope that this word has blessed you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in my next video. If you have not subscribed to this channel so that we can bring more of this kind of advice and counseling to you. You can also reach me. You can drop a comment if this you got value from this. We'll be happy to hear from you and share this with your friends. Please share as much as possible to someone who needs it. Thank you so much, and bye for now.